Welcome to the Bucs Report pregame show. This is your boy AJ Turnup. You always see me on the Aftermath on 102.9 Game Broad Street South Radio. Let's get ready to break down the game today with the Bucs versus the Packers. So let's sit back and let's assess. That's right, not afraid anymore. I was able to talk my shit for 2 straight weeks. It's been a while, Buck fans, since we were able to do that, right? We haven't been able to do that since the beginning of the season. But good morning, how y'all doing? Welcome again to the Bucs Report, the pregame show, where we're gonna break down what is going to happen today because this is another very important game. This is a playoff implication game for both teams. Who wins this game? It's basically. It's just a fight for the dance. Today is the day where the Bucs, now that you can put a team like this that is hungry and wounded away early. For Buck fans out there, I want you to forget about last week. I hope the Bucs players forgot about last week. We played the Falcons, good win. It was nice. But today, I just want to break down what is going to be very essential for this Bucs team to win. Now, my philosophy. I really want the Bucs offense to go to the pass first. I truly do think that if the Bucs were to use the passing game first, I honestly do think, especially against this team today, the Bucs rushing attack would be devastating because the Packers their defense is up and down, and they do this every year, right? In the beginning of the season, they look solid. They look like they're strong. They fight. They're scrappers. But then by December, the Packers show you who they truly are. They're still a team in rebuild mode. They're a competitive rebuilding team, but nonetheless, the Packers are a rebuilding franchise at this moment, and I applaud them for where they are. But this is where the Bucs need to take care of business today. The offense needs to be the heroes today. The Buccaneers offense need to be the one firing on all cylinders and firing the cannons, because as you all know, there's a little debate going on in this Bucs community that the Bucs offense, that this is the best that it can get. And if you talk to Coach Slick and I, and also Rick Hughes from Bucs Live, which you should always check out on Tuesdays at 9, we are at a cross of where it's, oh no, the offense, this is how it's supposed to be. It doesn't have another gear, but I disagree. Canales, if you go back and check Canales's video the other day, I was a little disappointed. Because as you can see, in a way, Canales mirrors Bowles' mentality when it comes to being stubborn. And when you know that a certain scheme is not necessarily bringing out the full best of your team, but you still want to do it. So what do I mean by that? Canales was asked the question about the pass and why does he like to run so much? He said, I'm not giving up on the run. We're just not going to be pass happy. I'm committed to this run, which, I can respect. I admire that he is sticking with what he is standing on his square. And, he's backing up his words. But at the same time, you also have to be a realist, Canales. You're trying to win battles, but you're costing us the war. How many games have we lost this season on the simple fact that you were trying to establish this run when you could have established it? You're establishing the run the wrong way. You're establishing it through basic insanity bludgeoning. And what I mean by that is, everybody knows the insanity is doing the same thing, expecting different results. You were trying to do the same thing over and over throughout the season. And when you could have easily used the passing game to set up that run game that you so much wanted to do. Because again, this is X's and O's about football. You want to put the defending team in the worst position. You have Mike Evans, you have Chris Godwin. The passing game could have allowed defenders to not load the box. And if they cannot load the box, now they're at your mercy, because now you can switch to a run. You can switch to an HB draw, and you have a running back in Rachaad White who thrives off of being a shifty guy. That is all I was saying. So this is what I mean for the day with the Bucs going against the Packers. As you already know, we know that Canales more than likely is going to start with the run because the Packers are not good against the run. My only issue that I'm fearing today is that this is a wounded team. And as we all know, a wounded animal is at its most dangerous because it's going to fight with all its might. The Packers are not going to go in this game quietly. They're not. There's too much playoff implications on the line for them. And good morning, Christopher Cole. That's right, go Bucs. And here's why I say that. With the Vikings losing, this is prime opportunity for the Green Bay Packers to get into that spot, to solidify a spot. So don't be surprised if all of a sudden the Packers run defense comes to life. Don't be surprised if the Packers defense gets aggressive and goes after Baker. Don't be surprised if if all of a sudden they're playing at a higher level, because they have a lot at stake. This Packers team, despite it being inconsistent like we are, they are going to give everything that they have against the Bucs. And this is why I truly believe that I hope Canales really just turns this offense to another level, because we have the receivers. If the Bucs didn't have A-list elite stars, two of them at wide receiver, I would not be going pass heavy. But you also, people not to forget, you have a wide receiver in Palmer, runs a 4.3. The man has speed. You can attack utilizing his speed up the field or across the field. When it comes to being across the horizontal passes, you already know where I'm going with this, Buck fans. If you know me, I'm talking about crossing routes. I'm talking about shallow crossing routes. I'm talking about quick slants. I'm talking about when it comes to the vertical, we want Palmer to utilize his speed where a corner and a safety is going to bite. And then you can have a guy like Chris Godwin in the slot. He can at least do an underneath, or if he's in the outside at the X or Y, a good quick slant. You do that. You run that up the field. You do the small plays up the field. You don't have to take the deep shots. When you have Baker in the pocket, Canales, he should already have his first two options. And I say that again. We want Baker to get the ball out quick. We don't want him to try to assess and read through all the progressions, especially if the defense is going to pressure him. I always say this. Baker does better at reading progressions when he is on the run, when he is on the go. There are some quarterbacks who can do that, because a guy like Baker, when he gets that space and he knows that he doesn't have to worry about being hit from the blind side and all his opponents are in front of him, he can use that to his advantage. But putting him in the pocket and trying to make him a Brady-esque quarterback, that's very dangerous. Again, we know this. Baker's height does play a factor. If he cannot see, then you're putting him in a bad position. That's what I think. And again, you can use the short passes. I want Cade Otton to be used. Cade Otton should be a middle nightmare against defenders. The Bucs also on offense needs to take advantage of the middle of the field. I don't see them doing that enough. Again, with a guy like Otton shouldn't always be lined up to the outside or trying to do an out route. Have him kill that damn middle. He's got a big body. He has enough speed to where he can get behind linebackers, and he has the size to where a corner is not going to be able to contain him. So this is why the Bucs on offense, they must understand that they have so many more weapons on offense than what they think they do. This Bucs offense has got to learn how to take it to the next gear. So far, did you guys watch the Detroit Lions game against the Broncos last night? Did you see it? The Detroit Lions don't have receivers like Evans, and I know people talk about Ahmad. He's good, but he ain't no Evans. But my point is, look at the play calls that the Detroit Lions were calling. They were taking it into all these gears because you know why? They were being creative. They wanted to put the Denver Broncos away early, and that's what they did. And I know there's a lot of controversial calls with the offsides with the Denver Broncos, but my point is, good teams find a way to keep their foot on the gas. Keep the pedal to the metal, baby. And that is what Canales is going to have to do. Let's just say some miracle happens and the Bucs end up getting 14 points in the first quarter. This is no time to go into turtle mode, Canales. This is no time to try to bleed the clock. No. And that has been the issue why this Bucs offense looks like it's like at a plateau when it's like if the Bucs offense was a car and it had 5 gear shifts. They always sputter at the second because they don't, as you know, you gotta switch the gears and you gotta keep popping. You gotta keep taking it up a notch. When you're driving a car like that, that's what the Bucs got to do. The Bucs literally always just stay in the second gear. Well, we got a big lead, which when it really isn't. A 14-point lead in the first quarter is still not a big enough lead to where this Bucs offense needs to go into turtle mode. That is my issue with Canales and Bowles' mindset. They have got to get out of that. This is a new era of football. It's not safe. Shit, a 21-point lead is not safe. Buccaneers should know that. Look at what happened with Peyton Manning on that fateful night when we played them. Common sense, folks. It's just common sense. Canales. I'm good. Look, Buck fans. If I was Canales, these are the kind of plays that I would love to see Canales run, especially early, because now you're taking them out of the game mentally. If the Bucs use plays like this early, if they use plays like this where they are aggressive and they are attacking, you can do at least, I've already come up with 4 different schemes with this play by itself. And you can move these players around. You got to play like this. It's just dying to be used. Stuff like this, guys, as we know, things like this will allow this Bucs offense to thrive. Again, you want to talk about this. Those plays I just used. If Canales used those type of plays, with Godwin and Evans, what defense is going to want to load that box? Better yet, what defense is going to have to say 13, guys? We got to get 13. We got to get 13. We got to double 13. Oh, shit. 14 is going off. Guys, we got to find a way to slow 14 down. Shit. 10 is going off. Damn it. Oh, no. This passing, we got to find a way. We got to get into a dime. We got to get into a nickel. We got to do something. Now, for Canales, this would be the perfect time to go, oh, guys, you see this? HB draw up the gut. Continue to do that. Oh, wait a minute. Now the running game is looking like it's going. Oh, shit. Okay. Canales, play action. Rollouts. What is going on with the Bucs not wearing the red jerseys? Russ Weeks, I don't know, my man, that they need to. But let's get back to this offense again. I know we've been talking about the offense for a while, but the reason why I'm so so hyped about the offense and so, heavy-handed with the offense is because I said it again. I need this Bucs offense to be the hero today. This is a team that is vulnerable, but they will be dangerous. As dangerous they are, this Packers defense can be had and they're vulnerable, and you can take advantage of them in the passing game. This isn't a game, as I said, where I expect Evans to get 200 plus yards, but I do expect him to get at least 10 targets. I do expect Godwin to get at least 8 targets. I do expect Palmer to get at least 5. I do expect Otten to get at least 5. You have to utilize all your potential weapons. You won't know how good they are unless you start to get them more involved in the game. And that is what I mean by that. And again, if you want to run the ball, that is fine, but you don't need to establish the run so much where it's just get that passing game going. The play actions are there. And again, if Baker cannot, now this is where we have to have a real talk moment. If it gets to the point where Baker's legs, he's injured, and I know people will disagree and say, no, not in the middle of a playoff situation. However, if Baker cannot utilize his legs to his full potential, or even at least 80% of it, in a way, Baker is going to be useless. He is not going to turn into a surgeon like route, progression reader over at night. We already saw last game what happened when it came to that. Now look at that. Look at this, guys. Do you see this? This is why it is important that when Baker when he's in the pocket, that he gets that ball out quick, or Baker is really just gonna have to pay attention, because things like this should not continue to happen. Because again, guys, we're not going to be playing the Atlanta Falcons or even the Green Bay Packer people if we do get to the playoffs. You already know we're going to be playing against the big boys, the big dogs. We're going to be playing against the 49ers, someone like the 49ers, Cowboys, Eagles. They all got defenses that will shut you down, and you have to take advantage. I want to show you all that again. That cannot happen. There's another play, if you look at it, where Evans is dead ass wide open and Baker just fully misses it. No, and that's no excuse. But at this point, if he can't get the job done, I got to look elsewhere. And I know I'm getting ahead of myself, but the reason why I say that is because I want this offense to take off. This offense has to take off. This offense needs to take off. If this offense could get to the third or fourth gear, think about how much it can help the defense. We haven't even gotten on the defense yet. Can you imagine the amount of pressure that takes off the defense? The way Bowles has it schemed up is that you want to sit on a 10-point lead and you want your defense to basically damn near be perfect. And that's not possible. I've already said, everybody knows the weakness in the Achilles heel to the Bowles' scheme is time. It's like eventually you're going to crack and break, because all we're going to do is, if we keep the game close, we're going to get a big play eventually, because your defense is going to be too exhausted. Your defensive players might fuck around and get injured. This is why on offense, if you can get up 17, 20 points, now all your defense has to do is pin their ears back and go. I think a lot of times with this Bucs issue is on the defensive side is when we do the cushion coverage, it's too many players that don't know what they're doing. It's too many players that are hesitating. When you're up 21-0, you ain't got to hesitate. The defenders know on the D-line, we're just going to go after the quarterback. That's it. We're going to sack the motherfucker. We're going to stop this run. We're going to make them one-dimensional. If you get up 21-0, they're going to have to pass. They're going to have to. And if they do run, you can load it. They ain't going nowhere with that. That is what I'm saying. And I hope, again, with the return of Devin White, we'll see what he's made of, because, again, he has a lot to prove. But back to the offense again. Rachaad White. I want to see Rachaad White more. Again, as we see, he is excellent in the short passing, downs. But now I want to see Edmonds and Tucker. I want to see them run between the tackles. If you're gonna commit to that, Canales, again, as I said, you need to find a way to where you need to get these play actions going. You need to get these bootleg rollouts. You need to do everything you can to get Baker to get in a rhythm. It's too many times to where we see where Baker sputters because now the offenses are calling silly ass plays, and now it's taken away from them. Now, the Packers are seventh versus the run. Seventh worst versus the run. Big Rachaad White Day. Jeff Olsen, I'm not disagreeing, but at the same time, I look at it like this. Rachaad White is still not an in-between the tackles guy. Are they going to be running more the outside? Or are they going to be doing more tosses? I say that because as bad as the Packers are against the run, are the Bucs dominant enough? See, that is going to be the thing right there. who's going to be better. Is our run offense better than their rush defense? Because I can clearly say this. I guarantee you our passing offense will shit on their passing defense. I can guarantee you that. Because again, if they do it right and they use the plays that I'm telling you for right now for Canales, this Bucs offense, if they pass more, they could put up at least average 30. They could put up at least 30-something points today on offense. The Buccaneers on offense are going to have to put up at least 24 points to win this game. Solely 24, in my opinion. They put up anything less than 24 points if their defense isn't stellar and elite, we lose this game, guys. We will lose this game. Now let's get to the defensive side. With the return of Devin White, I want to see what Devin White has gotten left in him. I don't expect. I'm not sure if he'll be back next season. It's almost looking as if he has played himself out of Tampa, but right now he can change that by putting on a show today. With the emergence of him coming back, return of him, he can at least the run defense. He is a good run stopping linebacker. We just know his biggest issues are in coverage. With Levante David, we just got to hope Levante takes. We know what Levante is going to do, but now with the secondary, with Carlton Davis being out, this is going to be a time for McCollum to show if he's the guy or not. Now I have liked the fact that he hasn't been improving. If you go back to the Falcons game last week, he had a hell of a game. He was doing the damn thing. So my applause, shout out to him for stepping up. But today, I honestly think if the Bucs offense take care of business, McCollum can go off, because now if he sticks to like one or two coverages, he doesn't have to hesitate. He won't have to worry about the Jordan Loves. That's why today, if I were the Bucs, I'd play more man coverage. I would put Jordan Love under duress. With Vita Vea playing today, I think that's such a big help. And again, today, I'm looking, my two guys that on defense that I want to see just go to hell off today to fire them cannons is Canty and Yaya. I think Yaya, this could be a big game for Yaya. This could be a big game for Canty. The reason why I say that is we know Vita is going to command double blocking. Now, this is where Canty, who is having a hell of a season so far, I won't say he's doing the damn thing. I'll say that. But 4 sacks already, he's getting up there. And remember, he was injured for the first few games of the season. And for him to do what he is doing, I am very impressed. So I expect Canty to be the guy to get Jordan Love under duress. I expect Yaya on the outside to get Jordan Love on there. Jordan Love is good, but he's another type of quarterback that has high and low moments, but he's going to be dangerous. We have to understand that their offensive coordinator are going to try to call a lot of different plays to psych this Bucs defense out. I wouldn't be surprised if they started the game with more passing. I wouldn't be surprised if they do short screen passes, dink and dunks, passes up the middle. So this is why, if I'm Bowles, play more man coverage. Make them beat you out of it. Do you hear what I said? And what I mean by man press coverage, I don't want Dean to do that silly shit where he gives them a love tap and try to move off. That's why Dean gets beat a lot, because if you are going to play man and press, you need to jam. You need to at least knock that receiver off of his route. Mess up the timing, because a guy like Jordan Love is not an elite quarterback where he's going to be able to automatically assess the other side of the field. Especially if you're able to catch it where that's his first option, and now that you jammed him and knocked him up and the time is messed up, we want to see Jordan Love do this all game. And then either he's going to have to take off, or he's going to have to eat a sack, or he's going to try to force it, and that's where an interception comes in. There is no reason for Bowles to play a lot of zone coverage. We don't need that today. I need Bowles to try to play a little more man, be a little more aggressive today. Get the blitzes going. Put Antoine Winfield in that box so we know what he's doing. He's having an all-pro season. Make it happen, Bowles, but you cannot continue to just, again, and I know, we know you're stuck in your ways, but I want to make sure that it's on record that I've been saying this, and it's not just to hear my own self-talk, it's because I care about this Buccaneers organization. I'm also a fan of football, so with me being a fan of football, that means I am a fan of competent fundamental calls. I am a fan of when coaches utilize their players to the best of their abilities. If Dean is coming back, you don't want to put him in a position to where he's doing too much. Again, on defense, you play man coverage. I honestly believe that this Bucs front seven could get at least between 3 to 5 sacks today on Jordan Love. I honestly do. And it's going to start, like I said, in the trenches. Vita coming in, double coverage. So when he is double blocked, that means Kancey is going to have to go off. That means Yaya is going to have to go off. And another guy that I want to see appear, because he's kind of been like a afterthought, is Shaq Barrett. Shaq Barrett, this is your day today. We need that veteran presence to come in there and show us the way. The last time you played in Lambeau Field, you got to a Super Bowl. I want you to bring that Shaq Barrett back. Turn the clocks back a time, and we need that Shaq Barrett today. We need that Shaq Barrett. I want 58. I'm not gonna lie to you, man. It's like when you change your number to 7, you ain't been right since. I ain't trying to say, you know what I'm saying, but I need 58 back. That Shaq Barrett that was out there putting people on their asses. So we need that today, Shaq. We definitely need your veteran presence. Please help us out. Please help us. This pass rush is gonna have to get there. But again, the secondary has got to do their job too. We can't have receivers running all over the place, wide the hell open, like gazettes all over the field. Can't do that. We cannot have people not knowing their damn coverages like we did last week. We cannot have blown coverages. We cannot have 9 men on the field. That can't happen today. This is an important game. I'm telling you right now, if the Bucs offense can just be between average to above average today, and the defense stays where they usually are, this Bucs, you could put this Packers team away. We want to put them away early. That is the name of the game. You put them away early. Again, that's why I say the offense, I need the offense to be the heroes today. We can't bludgeon them to death, in my opinion, with the run. If you're going to do that, that play call better be on fucking point, Canales. It has to be. Now, again, I know you're a man of belief in the run, and I don't agree. But if it can be effective, cool. I want you to win by any means. I'm just saying, I just think that I don't want this to be a super close game. Remember, we're playing in their house. They have so much more to play for at this point because they still have a shot. The Bucs, we want to be able to. This is the type of win where you want to give yourself a good cushion, because your next 2 games are the hardest things for the rest of this season. You beat the Packers. Now, because it's a conference division win, you're good. If unfortunately you come up short against the Jaguars, no harm, no foul. You'd be 7-8. That's cool, because at least it wasn't an NFC conference loss. No, but you come out with this win today, man, you set yourself up real nice, because now you do that, you are still in big control of your destiny. You don't want to lose this game. We lose this game today. Now we got to hope that the Falcons drop one. Now we got to hope that the Saints drop one. And I don't see that. The Saints are playing. I forgot who they're playing, but do we really want? Let me check. Give me 1 sec, guys. Yeah. I'm not seeing the Saints losing to the Jets. I hope so. It could be a possibility, but we don't want to put ourselves in that kind of position. You don't want to be at the mercy of another team. You want your destinies to be in your own hands. You win today, and if the Saints lose, now let's say we get our shit together and we do it right today. You win today, and the Saints lose. I feel like they'll pack it up. At that point, there'll be a 6-8 team. We'll have a full, we'll have we already got the tiebreaker of them at the moment because we beat them. But us going in at 7-7 and they're 6-8, they might call, and depending on how they get beat, if they get beat bad by the Giants, oh man, it might be a wash. The season might be a wash for the Saints. They might go, fuck it, we're gonna pack it up. We're gonna have to pack this up, guys, because we're not catching up. We're not catching up. We're not doing anything. Let's see who the Falcons play. The Falcons are going to beat Carolina. I'll say this: if the Panthers beat the Falcons, that would be hilarious. But I wouldn't say that the Falcons would turn it, would close it up, shop maybe. But the whole point is the Bucs, you got to beat this team today. You beat this team today, you put yourself in such a good position to where you don't have to worry so much. And who's to say this? You beat the Packers this week today. You can go in the game with it. That's a 3-game winning streak, Bucs. Buccaneer players, you win this, Canales and Bowles. That's a 3-game winning streak. Now you got shit going for yourself. Now you got more confidence. Now you have an ability to where you can go, you know what? We can beat the Jaguars depending on how they play. If they lose against I think they play Baltimore today. If they lose, that can put them in a bind. This is simple, guys. The Bucs just today, you need to make it happen. Offense, I said it again. You are going to have to be the hero for today. And I know that can seem like a lot of pressure, but damn it, you have the tools to do so. Put them away early. I want to see the Bucs. We need a signature type of win. We need it. Like last week I wanted it, but this week, try to have it this week. You don't want to go in here trying to just crawl out of a win, or as Ben Cornett would have said, Bowles, you cannot play not to lose today. If you play not to lose today, you're going to lose. You play to win. Play to win, okay? Oh, Devin White is not going to play today. All right, if he's not playing today, oh, wow. I just want to make sure that let me see. So Devin White is not playing today. Okay. So the inactive people, yes. Ryan Neal, Davis, Devin White, Walton, Golston. Shit, that hurts. Man, Devin, well, it's not like I said, it is what it is for him, but the other guys have been doing fine. But with that being said, though, I still need this Bucs offense to be the guys today. They're going to have to be the heroes. They're going to have to. This is the game right here where, like I said, I understand you want to run the ball, you want to establish something, but get that passing game going. What we don't want to do is stray away from what our strength is. So run the ball if you have to, but I need to see some real creative pass plays. I need to see more shots taken down the field. I need to see a rhythm. I need to see this. Canals, again, these are the type of passes, man. If I were you, this is what I would be doing. Look how smooth that is. Look how effective that would be. You mean to tell me against this Packers defense that they can stop this play right here? Look at this play. Look how simple it is. Look how effective this would be. This type of play right here would do damage. Again, this one. Look at it. Look how good that looked. Don't that look good? Look how nice that is. Look at that. Look how effective that would be. I wish there were other people in the chat. If anybody in the chat, do you think that this Packers defense could stop these type of plays? I'm asking. Please, I need anybody's input. If you think right now that this Packers defense could stop an offensive scheme like this, let me know. Because I don't. I don't see it happening. I really don't see that. But again, Baker is going to have to show up today. Baker is going to have, we cannot have this type of Baker today. Can't do it. If we have this type of Baker today, I don't know what to expect. I want to see more of these type of plays.
You see him there again. Brady loading up, going deep. Evans is open. He's got it in for the touchdown.
So yes, we need to see plays like that. I want to see things of that caliber. You have what it takes. And again, he doesn't have to throw from a deep pass like that in the pocket. He can throw a deep pass like that on the run. Again, we need to see this offense take off today. We need to see this offense get out of second gear and get to the third gear, at least to the third and fourth today. That is the most important thing of this offense. Defensively, aggression, assertive, and attitude. Those are the triple A's that you need today. Aggression, assertive, and attitude. We need it. We need you to be feisty. We need you to be fierce. Put Jordan Love on his ass. Make them one-dimensional early. Take them out. Bucs, you got this today. Now, with all that being said, my prediction of the game, though, due to the fact that Canales is going to play a slower game and Bowles is going to, they're going to play it safe. I still have the Bucs today winning, I would say, 24-16. 24-16. I got the Bucs offense at least making that happen, getting the 24 points. And again, guys, I appreciate you tuning in to the Bucs pregame show. As always, again, you can always catch me with my co-host Slick on the Aftermath on 102.9 Game Broad Street South Radio. And also, please check me out on my own personal channel. It's about Buck and Time. And again, this is for Slick right here. Let's try to get Slick in an internship with the Buccaneers organization. So please check this video out on It's About Buck and Time called Give Coach Slick an Opportunity. His accolades is on there. So it's only 2 minutes and 27 seconds. So you can see why he is qualified to be the man. And as always, guys, go Bucs. And this is how we want to feel after today.
That was awesome. That was awesome.
That's how I want to feel after this game in a good way. Y'all take care of yourself and let's whoop these Packers.